Welcome back to American Latino TV. I'm Natasha Martinez. Coming up, Antibalas is a band that was an important part of the late 90s boom of indie bands in Brooklyn. The group is a multicultural Afro-Latino orchestra that has been stepping onto stages for the past 20 years. While every member has their own projects and side groups, as Antibalas, they make up legitimate supergroup that continues to jam, record, and tour. With the fusion of Afro rhythms and Latin beats, Antibalas puts people on the dance floor, but they also make it a point to have a message in every song. With their new release, Where the Gods Are in Peace, Antibalas is tackling today's societal problems, maintaining their energetic sound and unique humor, which they showcase with us right here on American Latino TV.
We are 1/4 of Antibalas. We've been a band here out of Brooklyn, New York since 1998. We're a family of musicians making funk music, and I wanted to kind of realize a bigger band that had a big part of that, and then other Latin funk. I was 22 when the band was conceived and 23 when we played our first show, and I wasn't mature enough to think of long-term goals, other than just to create a community that didn't exist for me in New York and to try to create a scene. So in that sense, I think that goal has been achieved. You know, if you look at this band, Antibalas was started in the same loft a mile away as the Dap Kings, TV on the radio, right down the street from the AAS. All these bands were part of, you know, supporting each other.
The challenging thing about Antibalas is, I would say it's like 98% logistical because there's so many people. But all that being said, at least for me, the most rewarding aspect of it is those moments in the set where you feel, even if it's just for 16 bars, whatever amount of time, of this transcendence, the DNA of the music. And when the band is all completely in sync, when we perform, the goal isn't to just play music. The goal is to have the audience feel like something special happened and like they've been transformed and we've been transformed and we've shared this moment together.
That's like the double-edged sword. So to find that balance of your tough time, to make these great compositions or whatever, this awesome music, and then to now transition to actually trying to market it, and so that's the ultimate challenge for everybody.
Making music with a message. The music that we play and the sort of the lineage of the music, and a lot of the musics that we like are explicitly political or about something, about power in some way, about change in some way. What we want to do, I think, with this album is keep open the possibility of change. The idea, I think, with these songs is to make songs that last, that aren't frozen in one particular political moment, but are still very appropriate to that moment.
Just to hone in on something, especially this album, I was very, very adamant about the fact that we do not need to be saying the same things. We have to change, we have to flip the script. To change your mindset, and then when you change your mindset, then you can see yourself in a different light. So I feel like all the politicians of today should be invited to this place where the gods are in peace. Anyone that's a decision maker needs to go there and shed.
What's beautiful about Antibalas is that there's a fellowship. I mean, the way I experience this whole thing and perceive it is that the spirit of the music is Antibalas.